Oh, hello everybody. My name is Lulu. I'm from All African Women's Group, and it's part of Global Women Against Deportation, a coalition that has been there and campaigning for women since 1980. And we are here with women of color in the Global Women's Strike, Women Against Rape, and Legal Action for Women. And we are here opposing the Nationality and Borders Bill, a bill that will undermine the rights of people claiming asylum, criminalizing those who survive the perils of seas and those who try to help them. Bring in the measures that break international refugee and maritime law, including pushback of boats and the processing of asylum seekers offshore. The Home Secretary, Priti Patel, dishonestly claims that the bill is needed to protect women and children from men jumping the queue of the asylum, and she, like many women in high places, doesn't speak for us at all. Women, especially mothers and rape survivors, will be more easily deported if the bill passes, and over 70% of women claiming asylum have fled rape. Now, any delay in reporting sexual violence means you could be fast-tracked and be deported, something Global Women Against Deportation is against and has campaigned for years. Most people will be denied the right to claim asylum, and those that do will get only temporary status with no recourse to public funds and be left destitute, including mothers who would also be prevented from being reunited with their children they were forced to leave behind when they managed to flee. A recent survey found half of women asylum seekers are destitute, living under less £70 per week. We grieve and remember the people who died in the Channel and many thousands who have died in the Mediterranean, at the Belarus border, in other ways trying to get to safety. There are no safe legal routes to the UK, as the women desperately trying to get out of Afghanistan will tell you. The network of people saying, in quotes, refugees welcome here, is growing, and together we are determined to prevent this bill being implemented. Ireland has brought in the amnesty to give status to people so they can build their lives in safety. Why not here? We have leaflets with links, and somebody is handing them out to a template letter to contact your member of parliament and say why you oppose this bill. And our statement is also online, and you can find it on the leaflet. And also, I just wanted to say, to add that we see how our Windrush and Commonwealth sisters plus brothers are being treated before this bill.
Yes.
So we are all affected. So it's everyone's fight, whether we have papers or we do not have. And we are not going to leave these streets until it's done. So you will hear more of our voices. And together we are going to win. We say no to deportation, to detention. Thank you.
I just wanted to underline what our sister from the All Africa Women's Group said about the impact this bill will have on women, rape survivors, and mothers, because that's often been left out of the campaigning, much of which has been very good. It's really important that we give credit to some of the people organizing on the ground for decades against this bill. I wanted to mention the RNLI, which is the lifeboats. And they've been saying that every life matters. And one of the lifeboat men said, when I look at the people on the boats, I see my daughter. And that's how we have to approach it. The people in the boats are us and we are them. I wanted to mention the people of Hastings. There's a network which is led by women, and they go to the beach and they meet people. They give them warm clothes, food, and look after them. And that is a fantastic network, and we have to really give a heads up to them. Up in Newcastle, there's a group of women, and they're fighting to abolish a women's detention center, and they've been doing great work. They're young women, so we have to call out those people on the grassroots. There are many others which I won't mention now. I wanted to thank the brother who spoke about the India farmer strike, because just before he was speaking, we were saying how important that struggle has been, because the farmers showed us how to cross race, religion, background, and to win. They brought out millions of people in the biggest strike ever, and we can learn from that. We can draw on that, give us strength to fight this bill. And as he said, they confronted a racist, fascist Modi, and they defeated him and made him crawl on his knees. And we have to get Priti Patel and Boris Johnson crawling as well. Our movements have to come together. We have to draw strength from the Palestinian struggle. We have to call out the Israeli apartheid. We have to name names. Those of us in the movement, because not all groups have stood firmly with Palestinian people, but we absolutely have to do that. They're fighting against land grabs, torture, ethnic cleansing, and that struggle is our struggle here. And last of all, I just wanted to say about the debt that's owed to Africa. The measures in this bill is what they've been doing in Africa and the Global South for years. Britain has practiced on the Global South, and they brought it home to Britain. We are owed. We have paid many times over. The people crossing the Channel, the people crossing the Mediterranean, however we come here, the Windrush families, all of us have a right to be here. We have worked for centuries, along with white working class people who have been exploited too. Together, we can win. We can bring down this government. We can destroy these laws, and we can build a society that's caring, humane, and suitable, and for all of us to thrive. Thank you very much.